I just drove an hour thinking I was gonna get a pair of Caitlin Clark Kobe's, but they're already sold out. Hey man, so I'm on Too Real in the cut on the mic, and today the Caitlin Clark Kobe 5s, which dropped earlier this year, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they dropped this earlier this year. I remember when they dropped. Caitlin Clark, the basketball player who's a girl, did a collab like with Kobe, and she actually dropped 2 Kobe's this year, a Kobe 5 and a Kobe 6, which is kind of crazy. Kobe 5s were going for a lot of money, and the Kobe 6s are going for a lot of money too, but they just restocked the Kobe 5 one, which is actually the better one in my opinion, which is like the Indiana type colors, because that's where she plays basketball, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this morning I got a ping that they were doing a first come first serve at Dick's Sporting Goods, so I think they just did that today. I don't know how people found out unless they were like in a Discord or something, or because like, or maybe Instagram and post or something, but they dropped on their website, on the Dick's Sporting website. You can go on their website right now, you should be able to see it. So find it somewhere like a Caitlin Clark PE launch details section, but if you can't, I might link in the description down below. So if you haven't already, there is still a chance you can go to your Dick's Sporting Goods and see if they have any leftover pairs if you live in a more low-key area. But me, I live in a pretty big city, so my pair, I'm actually glad that at least I have a store. Like some people don't even get like get these releases in their like stores, but thankfully I had a Dick's Sporting Goods near me that got these. But unfortunately I drove 40 minutes to go there, and on the way there they dropped and they did exclusive access. They did exclusive access, and I was literally like on the interstate, and I went for it on my phone really quick. I did it carefully though, and I ended up getting that got them in size 10.5, so pretty good. But we're gonna go over marketing a little bit. But then I drove to Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm gonna have that in like a day in life of a sneaker reseller type video, but I might pop up some videos on the screen. And I went in and they said they're sold out, and I'm in this Discord, and there's people in the Discord saying, oh, you're gonna go. I didn't know that there's other people like in the same Discord I'm in that like live in the same area, so I was like, dang. So I got some competition, but yeah, they sold out. Apparently it was like literally like I was there at like 10:40, so pretty crazy. They sold out in that 40 minutes. Who knows if they were capping, but I don't think they were. I think they did sell out, so it must have not been crazy stock. And then Foot Lockers are supposed to get some restocks too, because the Foot Locker I went in the mall, they said that they haven't got their shipment yet, but they're coming in, so they got a late shipment. So definitely check your Foot Lockers if you live in like a bigger city. Even if you don't live in a bigger city, I definitely check your Foot Lockers, maybe, or just call them. But sometimes like lie over the phone, like some stores do, like the employees. But you know, it's worth it to at least call if you don't want to go to your way to drive there or anything like that. But if you live in a bigger city, maybe, especially if you live in a city like where the Dick's Sporting Goods near got, you know what I'm saying, this pair. So you can go check the store list. They dropped in like Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana. I heard Indiana got a lot of stock because that's where she plays basketball. So 20 states got these pairs, and like around like 3-4 DSGs in each state got them. So hey, and then they dropped, like I said, on the sneakers app. So there's 2 places that you could have copped. This morning I just went for the drive because they were at like $450, but they dropped $150. So rip to anyone who was holding these, because that's the thing that sucks about holding shoes. Like sometimes you'll hold a pair, they're going for a bag, and you like think, oh my gosh, these are going to keep going up, and then they do some crazy random restock. Usually these pairs like this do not restock though, so that's the crazy part. I didn't think that these were going to restock. They were on the Foot Locker app, but they got taken off. Right now in all sizes they're going for around $280 to $300. For some reason the size 5.5 men's is going for $400 still. That's more like girl sizes, so I guess like girls basketball players are, you know, copping them up. A size 12.5, which is my personal, is still going for a lot of money, like $400. This morning I got a 10.5. That size is going for $300 flat right now. Really, you could tell this pair is going to be like $350, $400 like down the line. Just right now, panic sellers are selling them off, because you know, usually when a pair is like stuck at like 300, I don't see this pair going under 300. Like some Kobe's, for example, one time the Radiant Emeralds, which is not as good as the colorway as this. Also, this shoe is connected to a basketball player, Caitlin Clark. So, and it's because they call this a PE, so like that's player exclusive. So usually PE Kobe's are more limited. For example, compared to this, one time I hit a Kobe though, the Radiant Emeralds, and they were like somewhat limited or whatever, and they were going for like $350 on sneakers, like whenever they drop on sneakers, and people took L's, and then I held them and they went down to like $270, so they went down like almost $100. So yeah, that's the only thing that's a little bit risky about shoes. But these, I don't see that happening. I see these being like, you know, staying around $300. Usually the reason why they're selling at like $300 right now is because people, you know, that's $100 over retail, so people are comfortable selling their pair to make $100. After fees on apps though, you're making less. So that's the rookie reseller thing right now, just to dump your pair on apps. Even though, I mean, if you don't really care, if you don't really like resell like that and you're just doing it just, you know, whatever, then I guess. But yeah, these are pretty nice though. Let me know what y'all think about in the description down below. I was actually watching a basketball game last night, and it was a men's basketball game, and someone was wearing them on the court, and it's kind of a coincidence because I was looking at them like, oh, those are kind of clean. I'm not like the biggest fan of them, but they're kind of clean on the court. And it's funny how they literally the next morning they restock. So, but do I think that they might dip a little bit when pairs from sneakers lands? Yes. I already had someone hit me up, some guy that bought a pair of Italian camos not that long ago. He hit me up asking if I want his pair. He hit a size 9, and I just offered him like, yeah, I'll probably do like 240 because I think market's gonna dip, and which I do think market's gonna dip probably like 280. All right, y'all, I don't want to yap too long. My camera cut out because the battery ran out. Stay tuned for more fire videos. I got them on the way for sure. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to not miss no fire uploads. Peace. God bless.